Good evening. Good to see you here, even though I don't know you, you don't know me, I don't know you, but good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. DJ Wonder Chrissy here at Land Cruiser Midwest with the good old Donnie up over here. There you go. There he is there. We got the Donnie. Like, share, subscribe. Let's bring the music down. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Man, that's some upbeat music there. Yeah, that is Turtleneck by Track Tribe. Here you go. Wow. It's on double time. Yeah, to say the least. Let's just listen to a little more of this. Why not? Why not? There you go. Okay, enough of that. Enough of that. Wow. Wow, it's time to pay your taxes. We did a little live stream today about taxes in South Suburban Chicago, Ford Heights, some of the more poorer or working class, lower class suburbs of the south suburbs in Crook County. Yes, there's a place called Crook County, and it's real close to Cook County. So there you go. So let's watch this little blurb here. It talks about property tax collections are at the lowest level in over a decade. Yeah, who would have thought? So not good news for the economy. People can't afford to pay their taxes anymore. A lot of real estate going to be sold off at auction maybe. There we go. Let's listen to this.
Here, more property owners in the south suburbs failed to pay their property taxes on time after record increases. That's according to a new report that the Cook County Treasurer just released. She's joining us now live to tell us a little bit more about this research and what the data can tell us about our south suburban communities. Hello to you.
So now we're going to bring in Maria Pappas, the Cook County Treasurer or assessor or something, and she's going to try to put a happy face on it. Happy face on bad news. That's what libs try to do. They put a happy face on bad things. So let's listen to her try to do that.
I'm great. How are you? So let me get to the quick and skinny on.
Doesn't she have some crazy hair and lipstick on? She is just over the top. Gotta love Maria Pappas, the Cook County Treasurer.
The south suburbs were reassessed. Everybody gets reassessed every 3 years. Next year, it's going to be the city of Chicago. So what happened in the south suburbs is that, let's say you lived on a block where there's 3 houses and 3 empty lots because 3 houses have been abandoned, and a commercial building down the street that's completely unrented. So you now are one of 3 people who's actually living in a home. You end up paying for the 3 people who aren't there, who've left Ford Heights, for example.
Sounds like socialism to me, but let's let her go on. She tries to explain why everyone's property taxes went through the frickin' roof.
And for the commercial building, who's paying next to nothing because nobody's renting from them. So you have these 3 people who get stuck with an increase of somewhere between 19 and 30% on their tax bill. So what happens? The collection rate now in Ford Heights, believe it or not, is at 31%. And in Robbins, it's 50%. And in Harvey, it's 52%. You say, how can that happen? Well,
those are some atrocious numbers, folks. Some atrocious numbers. She tried to gloss over that. Let's go back here. Some of these are like 30%. 30%. 30% of the taxpayers could pay their taxes. That seems a little ridiculous to me. There's got to be a problem here, right?
51%. And in Robbins, it's 50%. And in Harvey, it's 52%. You say, how can that happen? Well, if you send someone a bill who's been reassessed, and that bill goes up from $3,000 to $7,000.
Yeah, listen to this. A bill went up from 3,000 to 7,000. That's some big numbers there, folks. Big numbers for living in the crapola Crook County southern burbs where life is not too good. Life is not too good down there. Let me just say that.
Someone a bill who's been reassessed, and that bill goes up from 3,000 to 7,000. It's highly unlikely that that person getting the bill for $7,000 has the money to pay. So we have in place a plan, which we got passed in Springfield. It's called a payment plan.
There we go. Here's the plan. They're politicians, and we're here to help you. We're here to help you. Listen to how they're going to help them. They're going to make it all better. Not. I don't think so. I don't think so. Whatever. They're not going to make it better. They're just going to come up with an excuse to take your property from you. Let's listen.
Calculator. You can go online to cookcountytreasure.com, put in your address after you punch on the little purple box, and a payment plan calculator will show up. You did not have to pay on August 1st. You don't have to pay on October 1st, November 1st, December 1st. You have an entire year. So what this calculator will do is show you that you can pay on a monthly basis. Additionally, you used to have to pay 18%, and that's been reduced to...
That is almost juice loan. So now they're going to take monthly payments, and instead of 18%, they're just going to charge you 8%. They're making life easy on you. Oh, but prior to that, you were in the juice loan field. Let's listen to that again.
Do is show you that you can pay on a monthly basis.
Monthly, yeah, I love the monthly payments. They never stop.
And that's been reduced to 9%. And the final thing of really most importance to everyone, we spent a year reprogramming every tax bill in Cook County. And this just doesn't apply to the south suburbs, but everyone, because everyone comes to my counter and complains. So the complaining is over with. Nobody complains to him anymore because the bill, which you can download on cookcountytreasure.com,
cookcounty.com,
your lot, says where does your money go, and it tells you the 14 governments that you're paying to, and it tells you whether or not those governments...
Where is your money going, folks? Yeah.
Information for a lot of people, and again, they can go to your website to get it. And again, the whole idea is to make sure that we keep people from losing their homes, not losing their homes, right? Okay, Maria Pappas, we appreciate your time. We'll talk to you again soon.
There you go.
But that's okay.
There you go. There you go. So that's where your money's going. If you live in Crook County and you can't pay your tax bill, that's where your money's going. The little lady there, the fuchsia lipstick and the spiky hair. I wonder how much glue she puts in that hair. That's some pretty tall hair she's got going on there. Would you expect anything less from Chicago? Let's look at this one here where not only are taxes through the roof in Chicago, they're stealing crap from trains. They, guess last night they arrested a large group of people just taking TVs and appliances from trains that were stopped in the south side of Chicago. I think this goes on a daily basis, but here we got some actual footage of what's going on with the trains. And here we go.
And good evening to you. I'm Ray Cortopassi.
I'm Jackie Bang in for Micah Mateer.
Jackie, bang me.
Police investigating a heist from a freight train.
There you go. Look at, they got the doors open. They got 15 to 20 people there. It gets worse. They've actually shown up with U-Hauls at one point. They're showing up with U-Hauls to steal stuff out of train containers. Go figure.
And on the city's west side. Happened this afternoon near Cicero and Lake, and it was caught on camera by Skycam 9.
WGN's Courtney Spinelli joins us live from the 20...
Middle of the day, folks, not even evening.
Yeah, good evening to you both. Throughout the afternoon and the evening, officers with several agencies have been scouring that area, trying to track down any suspects allegedly involved, while also working to secure that freight train, which is several miles long. We can tell you as of tonight, Union Pacific says at least 6 people have been arrested in connection to this, and some merchandise has already been recovered.
We got a lot of people detained over here.
This was the scene unfolding Friday afternoon near Lake in Lockwood. You can see close to 24 people in video from Skycam 9 stealing boxes, including flat screen TVs, and loading them into vehicles nearby.
We were just like, hey, that looks really odd on Cicero over a viaduct. That doesn't seem right. Like, what's going on?
Princess Shaw tells us she called 911 shortly before 3 o'clock, snapping this picture of suspects stealing from shipping containers. She's an outreach worker with Light Up Lawndale and says this went on for quite some time.
Maybe about 45 minutes later, we just seen the police just like flying down here and from all different directions.
As officers arrived on scene, the group took off running, but not everyone got away. Our cameras catching multiple people being cuffed. As officers were just feet away and in clear view, chopper footage shows at least one suspect brazenly walk up to the train to steal.
This is about a 2-mile long stretch of track that extends over to the Ribbon District, so it's going to be difficult to secure this train, but we'll do our best.
Chicago Police, Metro Police, and Cook County Sheriff's Police all responded to the scene. Union Pacific says the train was stopped awaiting an interchange with a partner railroad when thieves started opening containers. In a statement, a spokesperson wrote, quote, "Rail burglaries are not victimless crimes, and they pose a safety threat to the public, our employees, and local law enforcement officers."
Just imagine how many other people rolled underneath that same viaduct and seen people up there, right? For me and other people, it was odd. But why don't they have alarm systems? Why is the train just sitting here?
Shaw says from what she could tell, the train had been sitting on the tracks for some time before this all started. She feels there needs to be more security measures in place to get in front of things like this in hopes of deterring it in the first place.
It doesn't just happen on the west side. It's happening in Inglewood. It's happening all the way out south in the south suburbs.
Yeah, and some of those incidents were reported in late August as well as just last week in some of those areas that you just heard Shaw describe there. Now, as for this incident specifically, because multiple agencies are involved in this investigation, it's not clear whether any additional arrests have been made on top of those 6 that Union Pacific tell us, but we are working to find that out tonight. For now, reporting live at the 25th District, Courtney Spinelli, WGN News.
So there you go, the unwinding of Chicago in front of your eyes, daylight, broad daylight, people stealing off of trains, modern day Bonnie and Clydes. That is just egregious. Yeah, somebody needs, they're crying, they're not getting all their socialism. I want my socialism. That's what's the problem. Look at, they're just taking stuff. They're just taking stuff. This is why Walmart left the city of Chicago. There used to be 8 Walmart stores in the city of Chicago, but their shrinkage was so egregious. They decided after 20-some years to pull up stakes and leave. They just closed up shop. There are no more Walmarts in the city of Chicago limits, folks, because of theft. I'm here to tell you, it was all about theft. They said they never made a profit at all out of those stores in Chicago. Stuff just disappeared. Poof! It's gone. Where did it go? But who pays the bill? Who pays the bill? It's you and me. The person that goes to the store and buys it appropriately and properly like we're supposed to. Okay, so there you go. That's status quo in Chicago. It's getting worse. By the day, by the week, by the month. I think these people were doing some Christmas shopping. Big screen TVs for everybody. For everybody, big screen TVs. This is just crazy, but this is normal behavior for the south side of Chicago. It's north side of Chicago, west side of Chicago, south side of Chicago. It's just normal behavior, folks, and I'm here to tell you, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. And yeah, we'll see what happens. This is a marathon weekend. Tomorrow's the Chicago Marathon. You'll notice it on my thumbnail there. We got a marathon picture. Well, hopefully the crime will be subdued because of all the people in town, all the tourists. But you never know. You never know. We'll get the body count on Monday, and if there's anything bad going on during the weekend, they'll give the evening news will report stuff. So the 10 o'clock news will have some updates for us on how things are going in the city of Chirac, the cesspool city, the home of the English learners. Yes, that's what they call migrants now. The home of the English learners. All right, I'm done for this. I'm done ranting. Hope you enjoyed a taste of what's going on in Chicago, why Chicago is unraveling. And Brandon's in London watching the Bears, so he can come back and fix all this. Yeah, right. Give me a break. So we'll end the show like we end every show with a hand slap and a see ya.